camera action, then we go into the air. It's a live show, ain't no time to prepare. Got the camera on me, and you know I ain't scared. Feeling like an OG, but shut it down like Ric Flair. You know we need the spotlight, we in the spotlight. We want the spotlight, reaching for the spotlight. I be vibing with my brothers, it be like a highlight. We be living like a movie by the end of the night. I'm always just grinding, working for the spotlight. These people stay up in my business, all in my life. I just smile away the haters, ain't no hate in my eyes. I carry love for all my bros, you know they stay by my side. Yeah. Chief and reaching for the highlight, never playing on the sideline. Up to back, yeah, that's my guys. Wait, that's nothing, change the style, right? And I'm in love in the spirit, ain't nothing, these people frontin' on the style, right? I'm just switching up something, Sunday, if I drop it, deliver, punches in the spotlight. Yeah, whoa, yeah. All of my friends are my bros, yeah. I'm never late from a show, yeah. Moving real fast, I'm a slow, yeah. Steady chasing after what I know is my dream. Ready for the...
What up, y'all, and welcome back. It is RTS Spotlight, and you already know we are back in the building with an amazing interview today. So let's hop right into a video, and we'll be right back. Ooh,
nice and wavy, baby. I'm changed, feeling like I'm Frenched up. I'm fucking bitches out the friends up. Give me head, ultra sync up, coke bar. It is what it is, though. Shine hard, pockets puff, mink dragon, swag, can't touch. Julius Seeger, got my own monkey. Devil want my soul, but he can't budge. Do it for chicks, right off the rip. Find out who did it, hit him with a clip. Tell a hater, don't panic. $500,000 in their face, then I vanish. No mercy for a fuckball. Had to grind, get mine, get yours, boy. I'm all the way up. Nothing to stop. I'm all the way up. Bad bitch right next to me. Hood bitch, all a celebrity. Survived the whole headshot. They tried to do me like they did Pop. Free Max right out the box. Till then, I got the game on lock. Shot caller, I'm on top. Where's Kodak? My jaw lock. I'm feeling like I'm French dog. I'm feeling like I'm French dog. I'm feeling like I'm French dog. Touchdown, pussy waiting in the end zone. I'm feeling like I'm French dog. I'm feeling like I'm French dog. I'm feeling like I'm French dog. Touchdown, pussy waiting in the end zone.
What up, y'all, and welcome back. You already know that was D Chambers and I'm Fresh, though. We had to take a throwback. Shout out to the gang, Coney Island. Shout out to everybody that's been on the show so far. And do not forget, artists, send those artist submission videos. We want to see our music videos. We want to hear it. We want to see it, all right? So send it in and we got you. But today, we have an amazing artist that has performed here before, and now we get to interview her, all right? So please introduce yourself.
My name is Z. I'm an artist out of Uptown. Castle, Co-op, Bronx, Harlem, kind of pretty much spent time around those locations and whatnot. So.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, before your artist name, what did you go by?
Razia.
Razia.
Yes.
Okay. When did that change?
I'm gonna say about 2 years ago. You know, when I first started doing music, I kind of didn't want people to just refer to me as Razia. My nickname growing up was always ZZ or Zia, so I'm just like, I feel like the Z stands out, so I'm gonna just call myself Z.
Yes, that's dope. So you're from Uptown, you've been there your whole life?
I lived there basically most of my life. I lived in Maryland for a period of time, but maybe like 2 or 3 years when I was younger.
I got you. So your swag, where's your swag come from? Because your swag is sick.
Thank you.
It was swag as a performance too.
Thank you. I don't know, like I guess you could just say I'm a visionary, I guess. So I kind of see the fit. I look at the type of event I'm going to be doing, and I'm just like, you know what, let me put certain pieces together and see what goes, and then differentiate myself. I don't really like dressing like everybody else, because if you dress like everybody else, what's going to separate you from them? What's going to make people look at you and not them?
Right.
Type of thing. So
Facts.
to me.
So are you wearing a brand right now? What's
Right
this?
now, this is a custom sweatsuit made by my label, AIM Entertainment. We do custom designs, custom logos, emblems. I have a clothing line with my brother as well, you know. That's where we get the headband and all
Right.
of that from, so
Dope.
pretty dope.
Okay.
Kind of mixed them.
Right. So fashion and music, right?
Mhm.
They go hand in hand, yes.
You could say
But
that.
what's your connection? What's your bridge from fashion and music?
My bridge from fashion and music, like...
Because I know a lot of people, also we go by boroughs. We always have these discussions like Harlem dresses like this and the Harlem music is like this because they dress like this and they wear that. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
Brooklyn, you know, Brooklyn got their vibe and, you know, sometimes they dress like that too. But
Right,
when
right.
you are a visionary, I feel like you kind of step away from the norm.
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
kind of step away from just the regular, like, what the typical dope fit would be for me. Like, so you kind of really just individualize yourself and you focus more so on what you think is dope, not really what you think other people would think is dope. Because people are going to think what they're going to think regardless. But at the end of the day, you know, as long as you staying true to yourself, people is going to think you, your dope, your aura, your swag, everything is on point regardless. So.
Right. So have you always been this confident?
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to
No?
be so shy, like so.
Really?
Yeah, like even before I started doing music, I used to do poetry, so it'd be hard for me to just even read my poems to people, and they'd be like, "But this is so dope. Why don't you write? Why don't you do
Wow.
music?" And I'd just be like, "I don't even want to share my poems. Like, if you can read them, I'm not gonna read them
Wow.
to you." So it took some time and development, honestly.
So now for those people, because there's a lot of people like that. Like when you're creative, when you're an artist, the first step is recognizing it. Like, yo, I'm nice at this. Like, this is dope. Then there's the second step of seeing if people like it too.
Yeah.
Because then you never know, like, am I good or do I just think I'm good?
Yeah.
So now what point did that change? Like, were you writing and people were now like, yo, this is really, really dope? Or did you just, like, finally say to yourself, like, I think this is what I do like to do?
I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, since from before when I was doing poetry, people were already telling me that my writing was dope. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind, but I was never really sure myself because it's like, all right, they say it's dope, but I feel like I could do better. It was always a reason why I felt like I'm not writing to my true potential. So when I started doing music and I actually connected my lyrics or my poems to a beat, I kind of just like, I don't know, my whole world changed and I was just like, this is what I want to do. Like I legit dropped everything I was doing to pursue music.
That's
So-
lit. So as me, too, you know, you a youngin' in the game.
Right,
all
right.
So when did you start? When did you hear that first beat where you put that, you know, them lyrics to music?
I was 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is kind of new.
Yeah,
Kinda
real new.
fresh.
Real new.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time, like where you was at, that first thing you heard, like?
Yeah, I was right in my apartment co-op, and my sister was over at my house, and she was like, "Yo, Z, why don't you try to like write to this 10 toes challenge? You know, that's that beat that people do,
Yeah.
that beat and whatnot." So I was telling her like, "Listen, I'm a poet. Like I don't rap. I'm not about the music. Like I don't really do that." But she left, and then I was like, you know what? Let me try it, because I write already with music in the background, regular music with lyrics. That's kind of like.
Like when you're writing, you're already
Yeah,
writing. Wow.
already vibing. So I'm like, let me just try to do it to an instrumental. And then right in that moment, I was laying right on my bed, had the beat playing, and I started writing a poem. And then from then on, after I finished it, I put the beat back and I read the poem to the beat. And I was just like, oh,
was sick.
Oh, this is
was
dope.
sick.
Like, it was like a whole
wow.
different feeling of happiness I've never felt before.
So that's when you knew.
Yeah, like I had
Okay.
to keep that happiness in my life.
Got you. So now, what were you doing before rap, though? Like, I know you were writing, but just as an individual, like, what was your vibe coming up?
I was in college for psychology and business at LeAnn College. I had 2 jobs, and I was, where was I working? I was at Pandora and Journeys in Bay Plaza Mall.
So you was just hustling.
Basically, like, you feel me,
Just
as per
hustling.
just getting my money, spending time with family, and really just working on myself. Because at that point in time, I kind of, you know, separated myself a little bit from people and just wanted to focus on building me and learning me, finding me.
Right.
So I went, rented out my room, and, you know, I was kind of focused on that, but I wasn't really happy doing it. But you know how people say, how can you not be happy getting money or grinding and hustling, which people find is the normal comfort, you know. But
Right, the normal comfort.
yeah, and I don't know, comfortability doesn't always make you happy, especially if it's not what you love to do.
And it's not always comfortable.
Exactly.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Nah. So I decided, like I said, when I started doing music, and I went to my pop studio and recorded, after that moment, I was just like, listen, I don't even want to do anything else, you feel me? Like I said, I was in school for psychology and business, and I was just like, it don't make sense spending like thousands of dollars to get a degree in a field that I'm not going to use my degree, because I don't want to be a psychologist.
You will learn psychology from this business, and you will learn business from this business.
Exactly.
Hands on.
So I decided, you know, after everything gets set where it needs to be with music, I'm going to go back to school for business, though, because I do have other businesses outside of this. So to get that more information and whatnot would be essential.
Just to further yourself. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
word. Yeah, because I mean, you got to try stuff first. Like a lot of people, it's hard to learn. And even for me, you know, I stopped going to college because it was just like, I'm in an entertainment major. And you're teaching me about entertainment, but I'm not seeing it. You know what I mean? It takes you to go through having a set, you know, being at a show and you having to get mic'd up for the mic not to work for you to figure out how to make money anyways and do all of that. But I mean, you're doing well so far.
Thank you, thank you.
So, okay, school, later in life. All right, bet. So business-wise, what other businesses do you see yourself going into?
Well, right now, like I said, I have a clothing line with my brother,
Right.
Fuck Love Mystique.
Dope.
We have a fashion show at the Apollo Theater that we're doing March 23rd. We have a couple models walking, a couple investors and people that are going to be in modeling agencies looking to bring people on or, you know, add pieces to their clothing lines and stuff. So hopefully
Can
we'll be
people buy
able to-
tickets for that?
Yeah, definitely. $25 right there.
So
So
March 23rd. You said where that's at?
at the Apollo.
At the
in Harlem.
Apollo, right in Harlem.
Yep,
Dope.
$25. So definitely come out, show support, and be dope. Outside of that, I want to start my own skincare line and skincare salon, specifically focusing on black skin. I was doing a little internship for aesthetics not too long ago, and I kind of got it. So I'm like, you know, I like this. This is dope. But
Word.
I don't think I'm the person to actually be working in the field. I'm more the person to build the area up and hire people to work in there that
Okay.
specialize in it.
The boss is what they
Exactly.
call that.
Basically,
Okay.
you know.
Bet.
So
Word.
basically, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to
Okay.
make sure those are established.
That's dope. Okay, so you're in the fashion industry, you're in the skincare industry. You're doing it all, so you're going to be making a whole bunch of money.
That's the
Bet.
goal. You got to touch a bag. So
Word.
me.
Okay, cool. So coming up, music-wise, who was you listening to?
my
Coming up,
main-
not now, but who were you listening to?
like back
Yeah,
then.
when you was writing and you was listening to that music in the background, who was on?
I listen to a lot of Pac. I'm not gonna lie, and that was ever since I was little. Pac is my biggest inspiration in music, only because he had a way of making music where you could vibe to it, party to it, but he's really saying something. Like you understand what he's saying and it sticks in your head.
That poetry, too.
Exactly, you know?
Facts.
Him, Eminem a lot, because Eminem's flow was just completely sick to me. So I kind of tried to learn how to develop it myself. And you know, I'm getting, I can never take M's flow, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But making my own type of
Word.
thing out of it. I listened to a lot of Nicki also, because I really feel like old Nicki was dope. Like,
I
you know,
agree.
old
I
Nicki
don't
was sick, so.
I'm still disappointed now. I don't know what's going on. I wish I could talk to her and just be like, hey, Nick, like, what's going on? But,
you know,
you change as an artist.
Exactly.
Now, on that note, okay, because we have the Cardis and we have the Nickis, right, who came in the industry two different ways. Now, your team, though, is family, okay? So you are, you trust your team and everything. A lot of people are not that lucky to have that.
Right.
But signing-wise, are you with the contracts? Are you with if somebody came to a label right now with a contract that was like, listen, we could do something crazy? Are you willing to sign that contract? Or are you going to make your own contract?
Nah, I'm gonna stay with my team.
I'll stay with your team.
Basically, loyalty over everything. Like, it don't matter how much money somebody could offer me. At the end of the day, loyalty is loyalty. So that's who I
Facts.
started with, and that's who I'm gonna get to the top with. Period.
Facts.
Like,
Period. Period. Yes.
Word.
There's, a lot of people ask me, like, how do I ask people certain questions? I ask stuff that people want to know. Like, this is real life stuff. Like, a lot of people that come up here, either are independent, super independent artists, don't have a team, or they just got a team together, and they're building. But it's different when you have, like, support from your family and stuff like that.
true.
But music growing up, you was involved in it, no?
I mean, my manager, who's also my pops,
Right.
he was always involved in it because he started AIM Entertainment
Right.
way before I was born.
Right.
So I was always around it, growing up, being around him. But I never really, like, took it to that extent where it's like, I'm actually, you know what, I'm lying, because he made me, I told him one time, I guess when I was 10, I wanted to do a song. So I did a little education song. I did the beat by myself, wrote it. Yeah. The song is crazy. I was listening to it the other day and I was like, wow. My attitude was a little spicy for a little 10-year-old on the track. Like, it was crazy. So
That's lit.
but it was dope. For real.
So it was just always support. Now with support, right? Do you find it a little bit easier growing as an artist with that backing behind you?
Not really. I mean, support is support, don't get me wrong. But because I have that backing and because it's family, they kind of push me and really push me to over exceed myself and my limitations, I guess you could say. Because I feel like I can see where I could go, where I want to go. I have that in mind. But they're like, no, you're going to go past that. You're not going to just stop right there. You got to keep going. So it's a little challenging, but with great things come without a challenge, you know? So
Right. Pressure makes a diamond.
Exactly. Pressure bursts pipes, some make diamonds.
Facts.
Depends.
Yeah. So what's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal?
Yep.
That's a good question. What is my favorite cereal? Frosted? No, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Classic.
Yeah, I had to really think about it like, wait.
It was funny because you was about to say Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
But that's like the old school classic. Cinnamon Toast is like the new school classic.
So you mean the old school classics?
Ooh, what you got?
Let me see. Let me see. What's it? Apple Jacks, the one with the little cinnamon and the apple, the little cinnamon is the winner mine. Yeah. That one, yeah.
That's
I used to love that.
Okay, so you're like a cinnamon type of person.
Yeah, cinnamon is wavy. I love cinnamon in everything in my food too.
I agree.
Pancakes, cake.
Really good in corn, by the way.
Really, I never had cinnamon in corn. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. So who's your favorite rapper right now?
Me.
Good, correct answer.
Same me.
Who's your inspiration right now, though?
Female rapper? I'm gonna say between Young and May and Tink. True say. Young and May primarily because, you know, the way...
You give me both vibes. When you said that, I just saw half and half.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
okay.
like, May, because her bars is really just crazy. Like, not even just what she's saying, but how she spits. And she raps about things that people in real life go through, you know, and things people can relate to. And you gotta have really, like, grinded and struggled from the ground up to actually be able to understand exactly what she's saying.
Right.
Tink, because she has more so of like a hip hop or R&B type of vibe, I guess you could say. That's what I'm that's how I see myself as an artist. So
Gotcha.
Right on that borderline.
Okay, so like you got bars for a cypher,
Yeah.
but at any point we could get a nice vibe song for the club, for whatever.
Exactly. You got a little for the club. You got something when you in the car late night, summertime with the windows rolled down with your boo. Like, you know, all types of everything.
Respect.
Diverse.
Okay, so like I said, we young, so we got a lot of time. Okay, convinced by the music and your performance, you're gonna win these Grammys, you're gonna win these awards.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
But where you think you're going, like real life, like, cause you've seen life happen, you know, life changes. But what is really your goal for the music?
My goal for music, honestly, I want to show my sisters that if you decide to step outside of the line of what people would think is like the normal routine of life, you can make it, you could do it. That's my whole motivation behind all of this is my sisters, because if it wasn't for them, honestly, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Like, I like music, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't be taking it as hard as I take it. But I know that they look up to me, and I would never want to be that type of motivation or inspiration in their life where it's like, my sister did this and she wasted her time doing it, she didn't take it serious. Like, she stopped doing everything that she was doing that was productive and gonna definitely secure her future for the comfortability. But she stopped all of that to do something that wasn't even guaranteed. So, true say, like you said, music is not guaranteed. Like, I could make it, I can't make it. It's kind of like a 50-50, but I know one thing, I'm not gonna stop till I do make it, so that's it.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. That was dope. That was like, sometimes you like ask certain questions to really feel out an artist, but like that was what actually I felt that. Like I felt you as an artist, like that drive.
Yeah.
So what we doing music wise? What's coming out? What we working on?
No, we working on a little EP mixtape right now. I can't get too many details, but it's a vibe. It's let me see, it's like I'm gonna say a Kendrick, Dreezy, and what's that girl name? Sia type of vibe, all combined in one. Y'all
Wow.
gotta stay tuned for it. It's dope. It's something different.
Okay.
Different.
Wow. How you feel about it?
I'm excited. I'm really excited because I'm pushing myself as an artist. So it's like
Right.
after I record and I listen to it, I'm like, oh, this is
Right.
so fire. Like, can I just release it now? And my manager's like,
Yes.
no,
No.
you need to relax.
I've
And
been
I'm just like,
patient. Let us
damn.
wait.
Right.
Let us
So,
ask for it. Let us keep asking for it.
yeah, it's gonna be dope though.
Now, also performance-wise, you have great performance skills.
Yes.
Do you love it? Do you like being on the stage? Like,
Yeah, I like being on the stage more than I like recording, which is surprising because I love recording.
wow.
But I love performing, and it's
Love
crazy because I
performing.
never thought that I'd be the type to like performing.
Yeah, I'm
because
like, you so shy.
So it's like,
Right.
but as soon as I get on the stage and I'm just rapping, I get into my own world where it's like, okay, it's just me here feeling my song. So what I feel is how I perform
Right.
to my lyrics. So
I don't know, your confidence, like, I don't know, like, I think you've grown it as your artistry has grown. But, like, you really command the room when you walk in, like, especially as a female artist, you know, I tell them all the time, if you're going to be a female artist, you got to go all in. Don't come in here shy because you're a female artist and you want to hide your talent. If you're going to be a woman that's empowering, you got to come in here official, like.
yeah.
But I don't know, like, you just come in here and you're just like, I'm ready. So
I'm not gonna lie. It was one instance recently that really, really tested me. I went to a cypher at DTF Radio, and I was the only female MC in the entire room full of like 30, 40 guys. And
Wow.
they just spit. So I'm like, hooray, because I know my music is dope, but like,
Right.
this is intimidating because I'm the only, and I'm
That's
mad
yeah,
short.
that's
So
30
it's like,
dudes, yeah.
oh my God, it was a lot though. But
Wow.
no, I did what I did. I could have did better, I'm not gonna lie. I had 2 different freestyles in mind that I wanted to do, and I went with the comfortable one. I should have went with the uncomfortable one,
But
because
now
that
you
one is
know.
fire. So, exactly.
Want to be comfortable
Yeah.
and cute.
Yeah, so I gotta just step on my comfort zone. So next
Wow.
time I go there, I already know what's up. I'm just gonna
Right.
go in there and do what I gotta do.
That's dope. Well, I mean, you never can learn your comfort zone, you know, unless you see it for what it is, you know, and then step out of it. But as long as you keep that confidence, that's the biggest thing. I don't want artists to ever lose that. Like, you know, sometimes they do a show and it's like, my mic wasn't right or they wasn't feeling me.
Right.
Keep performing like you do, okay? Because they're going to feel you regardless. Somebody got to. So, next segment, we're going to go down in the DMs, folks.
Down in the DMs.
Down in the DMs, the most popular voted section and segment by artists who have come up here. Nah, they all hate it. I'm lying.
Right.
Totally lying. So this is the portion of the show. You know, like I said, this is all about getting to know you. That spotlight is really for us to know you as an artist, know you as a person, so that we can connect and buy all your music.
Right.
So we need to know what goes down in the DMs. Like, that's the most private place now. Like, there's not even privacy in your own bathroom. Like, it's like the DMs. I want to know. So we're going to pull those up, and we're going to see the last DM that you received. Okay.
Last DM I
It's
received.
anonymous, so if it's a creep, you're going to be anonymous, brother. Okay? If it's a networking vibe, you might get a text back.
All right, yeah. Whew, networking vibe. See?
Oh,
There we
yeah!
go.
She got lucky. Cool.
All right, so it says, if they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand against you, defeat them. Like a little motivational type.
Bro, you had the best down in the DM that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Read it one more time.
All right. If they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand against you, defeat them.
That's
like
mean,
that.
yo.
I like
That's
that.
mean.
I like that.
See, that's why we gotta go down in the DM, because I want people to also understand, like, that shit that happens in a DM. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta, well, I put don't DM me in my bio. That's just because I'm light skinned. I can't do it. It
Right,
gives me
right.
anxiety. But it's like, sometimes, like, we're all connected, especially with
Mm-hmm.
social media. So for fans, you know, for the people at home, who do you allow in your DM? Who do you respond to, just so we know? Like, if there's a, you know, a person just hitting you just for motivational purposes, do you respond to features? Do you respond to producers? Like, so we know if we could slide in your DM, who
Right.
do you respond to?
Well, I pretty much respond to everybody. The only people I don't respond to is people that's like let's say if you hit me and it's like, hey, I want to work with you, and I'm like, all right, cool, you know, this, that, and the third. Oh, but can I get to know you first? No, now you gotta
yeah.
get blocked. So it's like,
I don't respond
got
to
time
those
for that.
either. I don't think anybody
Yeah,
does,
like-
so I wish they would just stop.
Yeah.
It's not, You know what it is? People don't know how to mix business. Like, some people are just, like, not professional. And it's crazy because in this profession, you realize that. Like, just working with some people, it's not that they're careless, but some people just don't love this as much as we do. You know what I mean? Some people don't have that drive. Like, when you have a certain drive in this industry, you got tunnel vision.
Yeah, like, it's just a joke to them. And I can't even, especially since, like I told you, my motivation is my sisters. There's no way in
no way
hell.
in.
Like, no
Right.
way that I'm going to just sit here and allow myself to get sidetracked or anything like that. Like, nah.
Correct.
If it's not about business, if it's not like, yo, you're dope, or just like a simple, hey, what's up? Like, I'm not with it.
That motivational is dope, though. Y'all can send me those. Like, damn, I don't get none of those. Those are dope. That was a nice one. I want to use that one.
Yeah.
That was like a good one for your interview, too.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Gotcha.
Last but not least, I want you to tell the people if you're performing anywhere, coming up, where they can follow you, where they can find his clothing, where they can find your music, all of that.
So my next performance is going to be at Apollo for the fashion show. I'll be performing while my models is walking in. March 23rd, 6 p.m.
Dope.
Tickets are $25, so if they want to, you can just DM me and I'll send you a ticket.
Dope.
And I work like that. My clothing line, you can follow it at bucklove.mystique. I'm going to put a link in my bio to it so that way people can go to it.
Dope.
You can find me at Instagram at _IM_Z_. I need to change that because it's way too many.
It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited. My next performance after that is the Apollo again, but I can't really talk too much about that because that's going to be some like.
Got you. Something
spicy.
That's
a spicy, real spicy movement.
nice.
So.
Okay, bet.
Definitely.
Well, we thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for
definitely
having
get to
me.
know you as an artist. Definitely excited for your project, okay?
Yes,
y'all could definitely go DM her. She will respond to you. March 23rd is going down at the Apollo in Harlem, right there on 125th. Okay, so it's on 125th, right? Okay, yeah. I'm like, did it move? So hit her up, okay? Clothing is sick, as you can see, all right? Like I said, artists, if y'all need a feature, see if she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But don't come with nothing fugazi, because she about to get this bag.
Feel me?
Okay.
Bag
on, that's it. I don't know what else.
Right. If it's not about the bag, it's quiet. It's clip. So.
I'm gonna speak bag language.
Right.
That's it.
Big facts.
See, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
And we got her information on the bottom. We already know. Go check it out, okay? And that EP album is coming soon. It sounds like an album to me because that's a piece of just artwork.
Yeah,
it's gonna be dope. You got a name yet?
Pain to Passion.
Pain to Passion.
Yeah.
There it is, folks. All right. Another great interview, all right, with RTS Spotlight. Like I said, artists, don't forget, submit your videos. We want to see them. We want to get to know y'all. And we want to show them to these artists. Know what I'm saying? They got their thing going on. Maybe they want to work with you, do a collab, teach you something. You could learn something, collab with, like I said, all right? So tune in next week, RTS Spotlight, and go watch the episodes you missed. All right? Stop playing, being lazy. It's your girl, Lee, and we'll be back next week.